guys, it's Mickey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry I've been gone so long. This semester in college has really been kicking my butt. So I have not had any time to myself, let alone to film a YouTube video for pleasure. So today, I am bringing to you another 24-hour readathon because I have found a 24-hour period in my schedule where I do not have schoolwork to do or any social obligation or anything like that. So I want to read and I don't want to read for school because that's what I've been doing. I want to read books that I want to read. I plan to do a lot of reading in this 24-hour readathon. So it is currently, what time is it? 12:01, trying to let it focus, on Saturday, November 14th. So basically I have from 12 o'clock today to 12 o'clock tomorrow to read as much as I can. I am already in the middle of a few books, I'm not going to lie to you, so they will be my first priority. And the first book that I'm reading right now is My Dark Vanessa, and I'm reading it via audio, so there will be a picture of it somewhere on the screen. I am reading that and I would say I'm probably over 2/3 of the way through the book. It's about a child that is having an affair with her teacher, and it's straddling two different timelines. So we have like when she's a child and she's having an affair with this professor, and then we have she's an adult and she's struggling with that, and was it abuse is what she's asking herself, and it absolutely was. I'm not questioning that at all, but she was so gaslit that she's like, I don't even know if it was abuse. So that's where we're at, and it's good. I'm not clear on a rating yet. I'm not loving it, but it's pretty good. So I'll let you guys know my rating on that when I finish it. But the next book, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I know that I'm so late to reading this. I know a lot of people have complaints about this book being really slow burn. I absolutely see where that complaint is coming from. I actually really like the slowness of it. I actually really like the character building. I like that, I find it so interesting that Leigh Bardugo actually went to Yale herself, so I feel like the infrastructure and where the buildings are and the way that they're constructed in this novel, I feel like that's actually true to Yale. So I'm really loving this so far. I really like Alex as a character. I really like that she's ordinary, but I absolutely want to finish this. There's a lot of stuff going on, so this is absolutely my next priority. And then after that, just for a quick kind of read, I really want to read this new graphic novel I picked up, and it's called Flamer by Mike Corrado. It's a graphic novel, like I said, and it is about, I don't know much about this, I just saw it at Barnes & Noble, have never heard of it, thought the artwork was beautiful, and so I picked it up. But it's about a boy, I think this might be a memoir. I know for sure it's Own Voices. I'll have to get back to you guys on that. It's about a boy and his journey of coming out as a gay man. So I'm so excited to read this. Like I said, the artwork is just gorgeous. Some of them have color, some of them do not. I'm so excited to read this. I haven't read a graphic novel in a while, so I'm really excited. I'm a slow reader, and I acknowledge this, and it is one of my flaws. If I do get through these 3 novels, I want something dark, and I want something spooky, but I also want something quick. So kind of like Bird Box vibes. And so I decided to pick up Stephen King, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. Again, I don't know much about this. I've heard Raylene from Books Unbound talk about this, and she really liked it. So I've had this on my shelf for a very long time, and all I know is it's about a girl who loves the baseball player Tom Gordon, and she gets lost in a forest. That is literally all I know about this, and that's kind of all I want to know. So I am very excited to dive into these books with you guys and just have this reading journey with you guys. I truly hope that you'll forgive me for not being able to film and upload, but I plan when Christmas break comes back to upload very regularly. So I'm excited, but I hope you guys are excited for this reading vlog just like I am. I hope you find some entertainment out of it. Please give this video a big like and hit that subscribe button. And I'm gonna do some chores around the house, but while I'm doing chores, I'm gonna listen to My Dark Vanessa. So let's go. Hey guys, so it is now 12:53 in the morning, and I have just been cleaning, doing chores around the house that need to get done. So now that I've done all that, I actually have a project that I'm working on for one of my classes for my final project for the semester, and I'm coloring this huge poster of Alice in Wonderland from one of Fabiana Ottanaggio's coloring books. I've spent roughly 30 hours on it already, but I figured tonight while I'm listening to My Dark Vanessa, and I've listened to, like I said, I've listened to about an hour of it, and it says I'm on chapter 18 of 26. This book is pretty long. It says I have like 4 hours left, so I can finish it. Okay, so it's 16 hours and 3 minutes. So this book is quite large. So like I said, I have about 2-ish hours left of it, and that's actually perfect because I can work on this poster while I'm finishing up the book, and I'm about to show you guys what I've done right now. I can't even, I'm so short, I can't even tell if you guys can see this, but this is the poster I am working on. It is quite large, and as you can see, I have done a good portion of it. I'm gonna try to do the Queen of Hearts and like her little cardsman. It is bent because it came bent, so the goal is to be able to turn this in and write an analytical paper on why I chose this interpretation of Alice in Wonderland. This is gonna take a while, so I'm gonna work on it, and hopefully I'll be able to show you guys a little bit more after I'm done. It's 2:45 and I just finished My Dark Vanessa. I have a lot of feelings towards this book. It deals with some very, very, very heavy and dark topics like pedophilia and grooming and gaslighting to the absolute max. I know I kind of said what it's about in the opening clip of this video, but like I said, it is about a girl named Vanessa who ends up having an affair with her high school English teacher, and he is 27 years older than her. I mean, obviously she's extremely underage. It goes through him having an affair with her, and we jump timelines, if that makes sense. So like a chapter will be like when she's actually having an affair as a child with him, and then it will jump to when she's 25 and how she's dealing with it, because she's in contact with him all the way up until the end, and she keeps her allegiance to him all the way up until the end. It's simply because he has gaslighted her so much that she doesn't feel that she was raped. She doesn't feel that she was a victim. He just groomed her, and he played off of her insecurities and awkwardness, and he just groomed her to the absolute max. And for that reason, I feel like it's very hard to rate a story that I feel like more people have gone through. And I do think for a young child, if they have gone through this or something similar to this, I think that it can be dangerous for somebody to read a book like this just because of Vanessa's character and her rationalizing Strain the professor, his behavior and all that stuff. I would be very, very wary of somebody having gone through this, reading this book. While she does kind of get clarity at the end of the story and realize that she was a victim, I still do think for a 16-hour audiobook, it can be very dangerous and send very negative messages to somebody who has been a victim of abuse. That being said, I do think the writing was done very well. There were times when I was yelling at this book, like listening to it, I was just yelling and screaming, and it's hard to listen to somebody be abused and they don't even understand that they're being abused. I do think, however, though, that the book was too long. I do think that it dragged on. I'm gonna give this book a 3-star. It was good, but it's not one of my new favorites or anything. So since I did that, I have just finished coloring for the night. I'm not done with her, but it took a lot of detail work. So now I think I'm actually gonna read Ninth House. I think I'm gonna read some of my novel. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm getting quite tired. And I don't know if it's because I'm a caffeine addict or what, but this energy drink is not working on me. But I'm gonna get back to reading and I'll update you guys in a little bit. Good afternoon, guys. Yes, you heard me right. I said afternoon. To be fair, it's only 12:15. Been up for a little while, but last night I ended up passing out around 4. And there's a few reasons for that. One, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty tired. But two, my boyfriend had been up for over 24 hours for work, so I didn't want to keep him up by keeping all the lights on and things like that. So I decided to lay down, and I'm sad to say I only got 20 pages of Ninth House read. Today, I'm not playing with y'all. I have 12 hours to get, hopefully, fingers crossed, 3 books done. Later, I'm gonna do my hair and my makeup, and I figured I'd record it. I'm really passionate about makeup, so I'm excited to share that process with you guys. And it also just makes me feel better and want to accomplish more when I put on makeup. Especially because with quarantine, I'm sitting around the house all the time, and it just helps boost my self-confidence. So I'm gonna get to listening to that while I take care of my animals, do the chores and all that stuff, and then I'm gonna do some makeup and hair footage for you guys. So I'm gonna start listening, and I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking about the book. Hey guys, so this is the makeup look I came up with. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I kind of tried to do a purple look to kind of match my sweater. I want to be cozy today. I'm actually 40 pages into The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. I downloaded the audiobook on Scribd, but for some reason it wouldn't work, so I had to find like a version on YouTube, and I've been listening to that. If y'all saw the giant mound of stuff on our bed in the background of the makeup clips, my boyfriend is vacuuming the house, so that is why it is there. So right now it's only 2 p.m. so I still have 10 hours to get this stuff done. Right now I'm gonna park my butt on the couch and I'm gonna read Ninth House. I'm really excited. Like I said, I only read 20 pages last night, but they were a good 20 pages. I feel good. Got my makeup on, got my hair curled, I feel good. So I'm gonna sit here and try to read as much as I can, eat some Funyuns, drink some coffee, and I'll update you guys when I'm at a good place. Okay guys, so I apologize for the light. It's streaming in through the balcony door. So I've just been reading for the past few hours. It's now 4:40 and I've read 100 pages. I know I'm a slow reader, but this is also a very detailed book. So I'm trying to take my time and understand what's going on. From my understanding, this book, Ninth House, is about a girl. Her name is Galaxy Stern and she goes by Alec. She is able to see ghosts. Because of this ability, she is able to go to Yale. And the reason that she is able to go to Yale is because Yale has secret societies that deal with magic. And she is part of a secret society. I think it's called Leith. And basically Leith monitors the other societies, and every society has like a certain magic that they use. There's shape-shifting, there's portals, there's persuasion, there's like all kinds of things like that. But like her job is to monitor the other societies, make sure that they're not abusing their magic, make sure that they're not abusing their power. And her job is to keep ghosts away while rituals are taking place and things like that. So that's kind of her job at Yale. The story does straddle like different timelines. So we have the present day where she's trying to solve a murder that she is convinced has something to do with some of the societies, and then we go to the past, like a couple months before when she's learning about the societies and things like that, because she is a freshman, and how her mentor basically goes missing. And then we also have even further in the past, she had a very hard life and she was in drugs and things like that, and she also witnessed her friend get killed by drugs, and then her boyfriend at the time and some of their friends were murdered. So she was part of a triple homicide and she is the only one that survived. So we're kind of getting some answers about that, and that was just explored some more in the chapter that I just read. Overall, yes, it is very slow burn, but I really like it. Something about Leigh Bardugo's writing just does it for me. Like, I love it. I think it's beautiful. So right now I'm gonna go take my dog on a walk because it feels nice outside and it's gonna get dark soon, and I'm gonna come back and read some more. It's 9:17 and I just finished Ninth House. I love this book. Like, it's hard to even describe because it's like the way it ended. There's going to be a sequel. I think this is going to be a duology like Six of Crows. Actually, a lot of things happened in like that last third of the book. I would say if I had to give it a rating, it would be like 4.5 stars. And the only reason it is not 5 stars is A, the societies and things could get a little bit confusing. I'd have to go to the back. In the back of the book, there's like a little chart explaining each society and what each society does. So it looks like this, like what each society does and like the magic that they deal with. So I would have to go back and refer to that a lot. And also, I do think that the book dragged out at some points, and I don't think that it needed to be as long as it was in some points, but overall, I really, really enjoyed this, and I cannot wait for the sequel. I am so excited. So far, that's 2 big books I've read. Like, I'm actually really proud. Like, this is a big book. This is a 450-page book. Granted, I was 100 and something pages in when I started, but still, I mean, I've read 300 pages today already, so that's not bad at all. So right now, I'm actually about to make some homemade hot cocoa, and I'm actually gonna draw a bath, and I'm gonna read in the bath. And I think I'm gonna read The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon in the bath, and then save Flamer for last, just because I know I can get through Flamer really quick. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I just finished making hot cocoa, and I actually decided not to take a bath because I got really hot for some reason, like, and it just did not sound appealing to me anymore. So I think I'm just gonna settle for a shower after the readathon is over, but I do not want to waste any time. It is 10:10 right now. I think I've come up with the game plan. So for the next, I have roughly 2 hours or so until my readathon is over. So for the next hour, so until 11, I'm gonna make as much headway through The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon as I can. I do not expect to finish this book. I'm not going to finish this book in this readathon. I couldn't get the audiobook to work, and she's playing with my bookmark. I'm not gonna get this done today, I apologize, but I am going to try to get through as much of this as I can. And then from 11 to midnight, I'm gonna read Flamer, because I think this is doable in an hour. She's thick, but I think I can do it. So I'm gonna get to reading, I'm gonna get to sipping my hot cocoa, and I will update you guys probably at 11 about my thoughts on The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. Okay guys, it's about 11 and I made it to page 87. in The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. And really, this book is about a girl who has a very dysfunctional family. I mean, she's 9, her name's Trisha, and her parents are divorced, and her brother and her mom just argue all the time. They go on this weekend trip to hike in the woods, and they're arguing. Like, her mom and her brother are just arguing. Trisha just gets so tired of it. She's like, I just need a break from you guys. Like, I'm gonna go to the restroom. But they don't hear her say that, and so they keep walking on and don't realize that she's left. And so she gets lost in these woods with no phone, no nothing like that. And the only thing that she does have a backpack full of like water and food, thank God, but she doesn't have like a cell phone or anything like that. So it's not like she can call her parents. And again, I'm not exactly sure what year this is set. I'm not exactly sure what year Stephen King set this in, but she does have, I assume it's the 90s, because she does have her Walkman. She's able to hear radio stations putting out the PSA that she is missing. But it's good so far. I actually like Trisha as a character. The thing with Stephen King is I've read several at this point, and he does know how to craft a really good character. So I'm enjoying this, but for the next hour, I have one more hour left in my readathon. I am going to push my way through Flamers. So I'm going to start reading this, and I'll hit you guys up when I'm done and wrap up the video and let you guys know what I thought of everything I read, my ratings and all that. So I will be back. Okay guys, I just finished Flamer and I went 10 minutes over the time period. I'm sorry, but I just had to finish it, and I am a wreck. This book was so good. It was so good. Like, I do not cry at books, but this had me in tears. Flamer is about this boy. His name is Aiden Navarro. The whole graphic novel takes place over summer camp. He's just about to go into high school. His parents fight a lot, and summer camp is his only escape from his life. And he really loves summer camp. He was a scout, and he really loves summer camp. He also is dealing with feelings, and he's not sure if he's gay or not. I mean, the reader knows that Aiden is gay, but he's struggling with what that means. And he's also struggling with being half Filipino, so he's also a minority, so people make fun of him for being half Filipino. People make fun of him for being overweight. I mean, people call him nasty homophobic slurs. And he just acts different. He's just different. And he doesn't understand what that means until the end of the novel, and he gets so lonely that he tries to commit suicide, and he ultimately saves himself. This was so good. This book ended on so much hope, and I was right. Mike Curato, he said this is a work of fiction, but it was largely based on his own life. So 5 stars, absolutely. If a book can make me cry, it's good. This was an absolute success. I'm so glad I ended the night with this one. I loved it so much. So this readathon, just to recap, I read My Dark Vanessa, and I gave it a 3-star. It was just kind of meh. It was good, but I mean, it was just okay. It's not one of my new favorites or anything like that. Kind of the qualm I had with it is it just kind of dragged on. It was just a very long process, and I do feel like it's a helpful book, but all throughout the process, I feel like it's a realistic book about the process of grooming, but I do feel like it can be dangerous and validate somebody that has been groomed if it's not read carefully. So I would just be mindful of the trigger warnings of that, because there is rape and pedophilia and things like that. Next, I read Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Absolutely loved this. So good. Loved Galaxy Stern. I loved Leith. I loved the dark tone of this story. I loved learning about Yale. That was really cool. I loved the world that Leigh Bardugo, it's an urban fantasy, and I really enjoyed that. You know, with the facet that Leigh Bardugo actually went to Yale. I mean, this was so good. 4.5 stars, and like I said, my only qualm with it was a little bit confusing at times with the different societies, and it just dragged on a little bit too much here and there, but overall, absolutely love this one. I started, but I didn't finish The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. I'm about 100 pages into this. It's really good. I would definitely be finishing it soon. I'm sorry I couldn't finish it in the vlog. I am not hardcore, I have to sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, I'd be so thankful if you guys click that big like button and subscribe to me. If you guys want to see more content from me, I plan to upload a lot more regularly when this semester is over. And thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a good one.